Hello and welcome to Critical Strike, episode 102. I'm Josh, and here with me is Kyle.
My computer's dead.
And Bill.
Nancy's computer.
Gonna be dead.
Yeah.
And then Kyle will be dead.
Yes.
Why is the homepage changed to Dr. Porn?
What? How do you even know that website?
It's something along the lines of like a search engine for safe porn. Porn MD, I think is what it's called, actually.
T-Block. T-Block.
Well, I mean, let's look at this, okay? We have a couple of interesting Kyle stories.
Yep.
So, I'm going to go into the first one. Well, Kyle, you're going to go into the first one.
Yep.
Right now.
So, short story is Nancy hit me with her car and pinned me to another car. And when I am frantically slamming my fists on the trunk of her car to tell her that I am pinned to another car, I can actually hear her from within the vehicle laughing hysterically. And she couldn't catch her breath for about 15 minutes after that because she was laughing so hard.
Were you still pinned to it after that?
Well, no. After I frantically smashed on her trunk, she was like, oh. And then she parked. So, the long story.
Wait, she parked with you pinned between the cars?
Let me elaborate with the long story, Josh.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
Let me do this. I was just setting the scene.
I'm sorry.
Generating some interest. So,
all right.
Where I live, there is pretty much only parallel parking. And people around here are idiots and can't parallel park correctly. So sometimes there are spaces that you can barely squeeze in because people leave inappropriate amounts of space between their vehicle and the next vehicle. So there's no marked line, so you just gauge everything, you eyeball it. And people are retards, so they don't park right. They don't park optimally. So we had gotten home from her parents' house, I think, or we were checking someplace out. I don't know. We were out and about, and we were in her car. Oh, we went shopping. That's what we did. So we found a spot, and she could barely fit in it. So naturally, I got out to make sure she didn't slam into a car, and everything was fine because she'd freak out if her car got hurt. So I am directly behind her car to act as a light shield in case she accidentally backs up too much, but she's a good enough driver so she doesn't actually hit me. Unfortunately, Nancy's car is a rally car, which has the dual clutch, so it's really... What? No.
Holy shit.
I'm good. I have like $5.
Haven't you taken enough, you cruel temptress?
I'm leaving that in the show.
I don't even know where the fuck... Okay, so...
There was a double clutch.
Yeah, double clutch. So her car uses double clutch, so it's actually a standard car, but the way it works is I don't know, it's complicated. I don't really know how to explain it well. But it's pretty much a standard car, so parallel parking in it is kind of a pain because it jerks around a lot. So it was a tight fit, so she puts it in reverse, and she's tapping on the gas since she's kind of backing up uphill, and she wasn't going anywhere. So she puts her foot down harder, and immediately pins me to the other vehicle with her car. So I am now, literally, my knee is jammed between her car and another car, and I am over her trunk, frantically smashing on the trunk.
That's awesome.
And nothing got hurt?
Well, my left knee has been killing me recently, so...
No, really?
Yeah, so... It was before she pinned it to another vehicle with her car, but now it just hurts all the time now. So that was fun. Good times.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I was going to say, since your computer's broken and you're using it right now, if you fuck that up, it's gonna happen again. But this time she's gonna not stop laughing and just push the pedal down even further.
Just take off my leg at the knee.
The next time that I talk to you, your new name is gonna be Kyle the Cripple.
Gimpy.
Well, that.
Rickety crickets.
There goes Rosy Cheeks there without his legs. That's cute.
There goes Rosie Tricks the Crip. Rosie Cheeks the Crip.
Rosy Tricks.
I can't fucking talk.
That's a good story. I'm glad that happened.
Yeah, I'm glad that you took enjoyment, the fact that I was pinned to another vehicle.
Well,
did you have to go to the doctor or anything?
No. I limped for a little bit, but nah.
It's been a few years since we had a Kyle getting hit by a car story.
Yeah, it has been.
And so it's nice to get back to the basics of podcasting.
It's really freshening it up after that, the 100th episode, kind of bringing it back to what it was.
Right. I'm glad that now we're back to your pain.
Yep.
Everything going wrong in your life.
Yeah. I mean, my laptop's dead. The motherboard decided to go. Nancy hit me with her car. I mean, everything's really just coming up Kyle.
Yeah. I'm definitely pleased.
So I'm thinking all this is happening is because I'm about to get a much better job, and things can't always go well for me.
Whoa, I thought we weren't talking about the new job thing on the show.
Yeah, well, I've been tweeting it, so it's out there. But it's not official yet, so hopefully I get it, and everything will be awesome, and then I can afford parts of this wedding.
And new knees.
And new knees. Well, just
and
one,
another
really.
computer.
And a new computer. And the honeymoon.
Holy shit.
Yay!
Children.
No
House.
children. But yes, the house. That's next.
A weekly supply of Rogaine.
Oh, Bill is talking from experience, so minus the wedding part. Like, he knows.
I have thick, luscious hair, Bill. You're totally jealous.
I don't know if I would call it luscious.
Oh, all the gay hairstylists love my hair, Josh. Even the racist barbers. They love it.
I always get complimented on how soft my hair is.
It doesn't count when your cat says it, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, meow.
I'm going to pin one. If Bill comes up for the wedding, I'm just going to go to that, just so I can pin Bill with the car, too.
Yeah?
That's the only reason why I'm going.
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
It does for me.
Ugh.
All right, so this Kyle's 2 stories out of the way.
Yep.
Broken knees and broken
Broken
computer.
knees and broken computers. That's how it's going.
Well, I mean, we really didn't talk about the computer, but there's not much to say other than the fact that it's dead. It's broken. Like his spirit at this point.
Yep. I mean, morale is low.
It was weird getting a call from Nancy today. All right, well, so Bill, you got anything interesting? Couple weeks? Drunken
no,
mess.
not really.
You've been a real drunken mess lately.
Yeah, it's just football, tailgating weekend. That's just standard stuff in the fall. Nothing fancy, nothing special.
You're going on a trip. You want to talk about your trip?
I leave for Germany Tuesday night.
You're visiting the Reichland?
Yep. Not a whole lot to say. It'll be much more fun when I get back. And we talked about me getting robbed and giving them my name, Kyle Dumond.
You're French? We fuck you up.
Oh,
No, my name's
I don't know.
Haberman. It's Haberman.
Frona's already there. I leave Tuesday night. I think we're just going to buy like a 7-day train pass and then just randomly go places.
Yeah, that's the way to go from what I hear.
Yeah.
Where in Germany are you going?
We'll be in Frankfurt the whole time. Well, I mean, that's where her grandma lives there towards the middle of the city, so that's where I'll be stationed from, and I'll just hop to the train station, pick a city, and go.
See ya, Frona. I'm leaving.
There is going to be a few days of that. She's there visiting her grandma. She can't come every time.
Yeah,
Well, she doesn't want to.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
can't, and that's why she left for Germany without you.
Yeah. Well, she's having more, grandma time right now.
Is that what she calls it? Grandma time?
Mm-hmm. Sort of. But I think there's a good possibility that Mr. Thrillhouse is going to come in next Friday. Stay for a couple days. We might go do something fun. Tough to say.
I'm predicting spooning.
Yep. So who's going to be the big one? Who's going to be the middle one?
Well, I've got quite a bit of height on him, so I'm going to say I'll be whatever I want to be.
Yeah, he is a little man. I will say that.
Oh, man, you just need someone from Japan. You could totally have an Axis party.
That would be great. That would be so great. Maybe I can work that out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to travel around. My buddy Steve went there for like his honeymoon, and he's insistent that I go to like Dachau or something like that, but it just seems depressing. I don't know if I want to go to a concentration camp.
I call that Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just like, I know it's history and stuff,
it's
but
sad and
it's really sad.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't
I've
wanna
never
feel
understood
bad
people
on my vacation.
like going to see things on vacations is cool. Like, say you're going to, I don't know, you're going to check out the pyramids or some weird shit, right? But going to a
Mhm.
concentration camp does not seem like a good vacation thing.
No, but then on the other side of it, I'm all gung-ho to go and see Hitler's bird nest. So, who
What?
knows? Like his mansion that he built up in the mountains in the southeast tip.
Yeah.
Like the future ruler of the world, he picked a place to build his dream home, and it's there, and it's amazing.
Huh.
Can you
If
go
you
in
look
it?
up, yeah, it's like a tourist thing. Like there's a proper name, I just don't remember what it is, but it's fucking beautiful. And it's just one of those things. There's some things to do in the southeast. Frona wants to go down to like the southwest, to the Black Forest, see a proper castle. I'm gonna find my folks like a nice hand carved cuckoo clock,
Oof.
stuff like that.
That's going to be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I figured bare minimum probably 300, and then with shipping maybe a touch more. But it's one of those things that they'll always have, and inevitably I'll have back. So,
Wow, that's messed up.
well, not really. It's just
I'm
like
buying
it's like
this.
I'm buying this
You
for
hold on
future
to it.
me. Just hold on to it for a little while.
Right. And then when you
Well-
die, I'm going to take it back from you and I'm going to enjoy it.
they'll enjoy it for a while yet.
Jesus.
And to be quite frank, my stepfather, his father, is a very old man who fought in World War II, and here recently had all kinds of terrible health problems and was having like multiple heart attacks a day. And I went up because we thought it was, the end, and he just pulled out of it. Now he's just back to hanging out.
Are they
He's
as
totally-
bitter as Pop Pop?
No, he's one of the kindest and sweetest persons I've ever met. He's really cool as shit.
See, Kyle, why can't your family be like that?
Because you turned him into a monster, Josh.
It wasn't me.
Well, the point of the story is that he's really old, so there's a good chance my stepfather will outlive me, because I do not live the best life.
Yeah.
So there's only a 50-50 chance I'll ever get a cuckoo clock back.
I like how you say it in a way like, I can't wait to get my cuckoo clock. It's going to be amazing. Yeah,
Well, I
take
mean,
it
I
easy.
could buy one for myself, but it just seems like something they would.
Wait,
like-
You're basically creating a family heirloom.
Yeah.
Or, that's just funny. That's just the topic of conversation. So when am I getting that clock back, huh? Huh, guys?
Go ahead and eat a few more steaks. Rare. Just dump sour
Got some
cream on there. It'll be
bacon
fine.
and
Want
eggs.
some butter? Butter.
Loaded with butter. Let's deep fry that for you.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I really have next to no plan. It's not really my style on vacations. I just want to like sit around, eat at random places, drink a bunch of random beers, ride the train, see the country, read books.
You should
Just
talk to
relax.
our token German.
I could do that.
He was born and raised in Germany.
By the way, whatever happened with that beer?
I just need your addresses.
I
It's ready.
gave it
and
to
I can
him.
ship it to you. Oh,
Yeah, I gave him mine too.
okay. Then I will harass him, and then you will be sent beer.
It's not the end of the world.
It is very delicious. Also,
That's why I think we need to get it
insanely
off of you.
alcohol. The alcohol content's like 12%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Critical Strike beer.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be some fun stories when I get back from that. I'm gone for like 10 days. Nothing too crazy, but enough to see a fair bit of the country, I hope.
No, just go and enjoy it and relax.
Yeah. Frankfurt's kind of a boring city, I hear. It's like something like Indianapolis. It's just like a modern city. There's not anything amazing
Indianapolis is so fucking boring.
about it.
No, where
Well-
did you go, Nance? Minneapolis?
Jesus.
Oh, Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nancy
Indianapolis
hated it
is... Yeah, I imagine it's something along those lines is what I've heard, but still. I might hop a train over to like Nuremberg and see if I can maybe pay for like a ride along in some cool car. See if I can work that out. I looked into like actually driving it myself, but just the prep and the money, it just wasn't going to happen this time
Also,
around.
you'd be driving on the wrong side of the street and you'd murder someone.
Yeah, my buddy keeps hounding me to just rent a car, but I think the trains are better, and then I don't have to deal with maps and getting lost, and I'm sure there's tour buses and things like that.
Oh yeah, are you gonna be able to use your cell phone over there?
No, well, I could. Well, she has hers, and I think she uses it occasionally. I don't really plan on it. I kind of like the idea of being unplugged for 10 days, catching Wi-Fi here and there, but
Oh man,
For the most-
you could totally pull a like a Bourne thing and just grab random prepaid cell phones and just use them.
I could, huh? They're not very much.
They're not, and the plans over there are supposed to be way better than ours.
Yeah, I think David has like unlimited data and text for like 35 a month. Not a ton of minutes, but more than I would use.
I barely use my minutes as is.
Yeah.
Everything
You
for
just
me
have
is
to
data.
pay for the phone straight up, but I would rather have competing companies compared to the Nazi shit we have. See, I need to stop saying that. It's part of my vernacular. And I shouldn't
you
throw
go
that
to
around.
Germany?
I've been
Man,
trying.
Frodo,
not to
you're
say
such a
that.
grammar nagger.
What?
Instead of a Nazi, she's a nagger.
That's you. Okay.
Well, they would be more accepting of that, Josh. Either way, it should be a good time. I look forward to it.
All right, Kyle, tell me about some games.
I picked up, well, I started playing Borderlands for some reason, just because the first one.
Yep.
I was bored. It was okay. And I guess that sparks my urge to get the Borderlands 2.
Okay.
And I have been playing that game quite a bit, and I'm enjoying it a lot. There are significant improvements over the first one, namely the environments. They are not all brown. They do not look the same.
Yeah, but like I'm playing
But-
it as well on the PC, and now I'm getting tired of the snow.
The snow is like the first 2 hours of the game.
Yeah, but there's certain sections where you go in where like it's kind of like in World of Warcraft where you go from zone to zone. Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're in a snowy area, and then there's no snow as soon as you cross that line. I don't know. The environments are definitely a large improvement. I will say that. Like it actually has color now.
Yeah. Instead of just brown and gray.
Yeah, I do like the new environments. Oh, and the ice on that looks fantastic. as
Yeah,
well.
it does. I also like how there's more than 4 types of enemies. I'm a big fan of that. Because I got tired of killing bandits and...
Oh, there's some
things.
crazy shit with them too. Like I don't know if you're at that part, but you have to fight all these robots and shit. And so
Yeah,
like I'm
those are-
shooting
The robots are awesome. Wait, in the first game or the second game?
second game.
Yeah, the second game.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like they're sitting there shooting at me, so I'm playing as a sniper,
Yeah, so am I.
and so like I just hang back and snipe off their arm so they lose their gun.
Yeah. That's the best part, is you can actually do things to cripple guys. You can shoot guns out of their hands, you can shoot grenades out of the air.
Yeah, and
can
then
blow off
well, when you
arms.
shoot their like it's funny too because when you shoot their arms off, like they look down, like what the hell just happened?
And then they shoot out the little "I need a repair" icon in front of them.
Oh, dude, I didn't figure out what was going on. Like I'm killing these robots and I'm fighting this boss one, and next thing I know, this thing's flying above it, and I was like, why is it getting health back?
Yeah, what the hell's that thing?
Oh, dick bags. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. But the controls seem a lot tighter, especially when it comes to aiming, because I couldn't shoot anything as a sniper with like 150% accuracy with my weapon
Right.
in the first game. But this one, I'm picking off arms and stuff like it's nothing.
On the PC version, it feels like there's a lot less aim assist. Like I'm actually playing a shooter now. Because if you remember on the first one, like you can just shoot in the general direction, and like all the numbers would pop off, like you were hitting them no matter what.
Oh, really? I wish I had that experience in the first game.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought, you had to be fairly precise with what you were doing.
I didn't get that feeling at all in the first one on the console.
But now with the mouse and keyboard, it's proper.
Yeah, it feels very much proper to me.
That's cool.
And it is nice. I don't know how the console version is, but it's really nice playing a Borderlands game without all the frame rate drops and bullshit that the first one had.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any frame rate drops, honestly.
Well, the first one was horrible.
When actually, I've noticed a few when I've murdered about 3 things at the same time and they're just exploding items. That's when I notice a little dip. But that's it.
So it is a lot better on the console than it was, too.
Yeah.
Than the first one.
That's cool.
I'm enjoying it, though. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's got some good humor to it. I mean, a lot of dick jokes.
Yeah, a lot of dick and fart jokes, but hey, come on, those are classic.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much. I'm not overly.
But the only
Stuck up.
character that's not annoying the shit out of me when they talk is Jack. Handsome Jack. Just because the shit he says is hilarious.
Yeah, he definitely.
That's the villain.
Yeah, he's like an evil. You watch Archer, right, Bill?
Yeah.
So imagine Archer, but actually evil instead of just amoral.
Cool. Really, that sounds pretty great,
Yeah.
actually. I really enjoy Archer.
Yeah, like he definitely goes over the line a few times.
I look forward to playing this later in the year.
They also reveal why there's actually all these people there, which is very interesting. But I'm not going to say anything because it might be a spoiler to some people.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say much story-wise. Oh, then again,
There is a story this time?
well, there isn't. There is. I've played the entire thing on mute, to be honest with you.
But there's a lot less bullshit than in the first game. So in the first game, it's like, oh, here's 50 missions on the mission board. Yay, go do this, and this. In the
You're
second
actually
game, it's
going from
more...
Area to area.
Yeah, there are less missions, at least right now, but they're more fun. They seem a lot less busy work.
A little less like MMO style
Yeah.
stuff, or go collect 8 of these.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did have a few where I had to go back into this area, kind of like Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, like 3 times, which kind of sucked. Because I don't like going back into buildings after clearing it out, because now I have to clear it out again.
Yeah, I can agree with you there a little bit.
But otherwise, it's solid. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Yep.
I haven't played it in a week, but
Multiplayer is very fun too. A friend of mine's just been popping in and out of my games all week.
I always set mine to invite only.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like unexpected visitors, Josh?
No, not at all. Surprisingly.
Would not have guessed that with you.
Yeah.
I don't mean that.
Well, because like I was playing last Sunday, I believe, and like basically everybody in the WoW guild that I'm in is playing it right now, or they were, and like a bunch of them tried to join, and a couple of them got in. And I didn't realize it, and then as soon as I saw it, I closed the game, reloaded it with invite only. I just don't like.
Wow.
I don't like invaders.
Oh, Josh. Come on,
Did
that's
someone
the part of
touch your
being in a
swimming suit
social
area?
environment.
I don't like social environments, Kyle.
Yeah.
Because then I have to talk to them and we have to do things, and it's annoying.
Is it better than Rage?
I am getting a lot of rage feeling from it. I would say it's rage, good
Esque.
rage. Like it's rage as I probably would have made it.
I see.
Like the vehicle driving's pretty good. It's basically, to me, I liken it to I'm playing a first-person shooter versus type of Diablo game. Because it's all about the loot.
Yeah,
I'm playing first-person Diablo. That's all it is.
It
and
sounds okay.
it's very fun. I think I've put like 20 hours into it, like 20 or 25 hours into it already.
Yeah, I'm probably
Holy
the same.
shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
There's a lot of different type of enemies, as Kyle said earlier, and some of them, like, it's bad if you do certain things with them. So, like, a lot of times you'll focus, like, shooting on the head to get critical strikes and kill them off. Some of them,
There's this one guy who's got like a helmet on, and you pick it off, and he flips his shit and just starts murdering everything.
yeah. So a lot of times, being the sniper, I'll sit back, shoot him in the head, so he flips out, and then he kills everybody in the area, and then you have
Nice.
to kill him.
And then he'll take one single leap and be in front of you and smash you across the screen.
Yeah. But it's good to use him as a way to kill everybody else.
So, Josh, you're playing the sniper.
Yeah.
What? The way he talks is driving me insane.
I couldn't tell you. I'm playing it on mute.
Oh, he speaks in like this weird meter.
I don't know what you mean, Kyle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's been driving me, like, whenever he talk, like, yeah.
This is the ninja character?
Yeah, like
you
the
can say?
ninja robot character.
I see. That's who I'm going to be. I look forward to being annoyed. I just didn't want to start this and then leave for a couple weeks and then probably never go back to it because that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah. It's very quick, it's very fast, lots of stuff is always happening, so it's been keeping my interest quite solidly.
I like it. As soon as I finish up with what I'm doing, I'm going back to it.
And that's pretty much it.
You don't want to talk about you joining the NHL league, and that's all you ever do with it?
Yeah. Because PSN had to update 3 times, and then the game had to update, and then it takes forever to navigate any menu ever. And then I had to put in my stupid EA code.
Online pass.
And then I'm like, oh, I just spent 45 minutes trying to play this game, and I've joined the league. That's it.
Yep. Just to find out some of your better guys are hurt.
Yeah, way to go. Go Pronger.
All right. Bill, what you got?
I finally tried your NHL.
All right. We were just talking about
Yay.
NHL. We're talking about NHL again.
That's how we do it.
Yep. It's good stuff.
I don't know how to play hockey.
But you're winning games.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand how to...
NHL 94 controls.
I use the proper ones with like the Tiger Woods slap shot or just shot and steering and all of that, but I don't really know the core of the game, like positions and why they can't cross these lines and icing calls and things like that.
Okay.
Like I look forward to playing with you and then you shouting out things like, why in the fuck are you why would your center go across the rink? Things like that.
Okay.
But overall, I think it's pretty neat.
It's a solid game.
The surround sound, the 5.1 DTS, is amazing.
Yeah. Dude,
Like-
the sound and the environment in that game is really good.
Holy shit. I cranked my stereo to about as loud as I could take it, and it's like being at a hockey game. There's all the little sounds around you, and when you score a goal, and the siren, and the music, and the crowd hits, like, it's exciting.
Well, now you know why I set it up so, like, they're playing authentic Bruin stuff, so it's like I'm at an actual game.
Yeah,
It's
you
really
need to
good.
show me how to do that.
Okay.
Is it complicated?
No, not at all. On the PS3, it's easier. I talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah, you
but
just need to stick in a thumb drive, right?
yeah, you just you take your MP3s, you throw it on a thumb drive, you throw it on, you copy them onto the PS3, and then you go into the game and set it up the way that you want. The 360, which none of us have, but you have to burn the MP3s to a CD, then rip them on the 360.
I see.
Or there is a way to stream it as well, but it's kind of janky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus,
You need a
I wouldn't
computer for it,
stream
and
it.
Kyle doesn't have one.
I need a what?
You need a computer for it, and you can't do it.
Yeah, har, Josh. Dick.
No, I like the stick controls, and I like the momentum with all the physics-based stuff. Like, it just feels better.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? Like, of how skating is completely different between previous... Like, you actually feel like you're a heavier player now. You can't just make these quick turns. And
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I'm busting at a guy and I miss him, I have to then circle the rink, or the goal, because there's no way I can slow down and turn back around.
So you really have to make sure you're going to hit somebody if you're going to go for that. Like, it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're just, leaving the goalie completely open.
yep. But I skipped towards the end of the tutorial, but like I win a lot of the face-offs, but I have that feeling that's just because of the lower difficulty, because I don't think I actually know what I'm doing.
To do face-offs, like, they changed it, because last year all you had to do was keep hitting the the stick down.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I was doing.
What you have to do is hold it to, like, the right.
Left to the right, yeah. You pick your stance, and then when he drops
You
it,
increase
then you
the
start
power the
smashing.
longer you hold it.
Yeah, and then as soon as he drops it, you pull down.
I see.
Or you pull up to interfere with the opposing team.
Right.
Another thing that's a little bit different from the old hockey games I've played, like when I hit pass to a player, it's not guaranteed to just shoot like a laser beam to him.
It's momentum.
Yeah, it's a little, that's, I missed some passes, but I suppose that's more realistic. So,
But
just
also,
try
if you hold the button down longer to pass, then you get
It's
more
more
power out of
accurate.
it.
I see.
What button
Yeah,
are you using to pass? Because a lot of people think it's R1, but it's R2.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think
I was
I've
using
been
R1. I'm
using
like, oh,
R1.
this is just limply going to the side.
No, it's R2.
What's R1 doing then?
That's where you, like, throw the puck out of the way. So, like, that's mainly if you're on a penalty kill, then you hold that down, then push the stick up, and they'll launch the puck out of the zone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing my passing just increased quite a bit.
Well, I'm looking forward to you yelling at all of us on how to play properly.
No, it's fine. I'm down for teaching anybody. It's gonna be cool. I like it.
You're not
And
too busy for that?
No, not at all. Not for hockey, sir. I have plenty of time in my life for hockey.
Oh yeah, since there's not actual hockey, huh?
You son of a bitch.
What?
Kyle, why don't you tell them how they get in contact with us?
Oh, Josh, I'm sure it'll be back next year.
So I'm glad that you're at least enjoying it, and we'll see how the league goes. The way the league works is you have a bunch of games. It basically forwards for 2 weeks, and then you have 2 weeks worth of games, and then we just move it, advance it again. So a lot of people are just basically playing the computer, but when you get those games against other people, it's going to be fun.
Word. I'll have to set it up so that you can skip it ahead while I'm gone.
Yeah, I just plan on doing it.
Cool.
And, well, you're not even in the league right now, so I'll just advance it anyways while you're gone. Unless you join well.
I'll try and do it tonight. I gotta go clean up a few things here, but I'll probably come back down and try it. I need to reduce my sleep the next 2 nights so that I have a chance of sleeping on the plane. I fly out of Chicago at 10:30, and I pray that I can sleep. Oh, well.
What else you got?
Since all of my money is being held in other places, I finally tried the Star Wars MMO.
What'd you think?
Know that I really haven't ever played an MMO, so I won't have all of the input into how it compares to the other things that you guys have played and liked and all of that. But I don't hate it. I won't say I love it by any means, but I'm not disliking it.
What class did you play as?
Like a Sith warrior. Just a big dude with a sword, lightsaber, and I just hurt things. And I'm an asshole to everyone. Things like that. But I like that everything is spoken by actual people, so I don't have to just skip over all, bricks of text that I don't care about. When there's actual interactions, it seems a little bit more engaging, a bit more fun. Even though the quests are probably identical to another game.
Yeah.
Having somebody speak it to me and be involved, it adds a certain level to it. I like that. There's a lot of MMO stuff, just lots of things and boxes and stuff that I don't really understand. But I suppose that slowly bleeds into knowing what I'm doing eventually. But you're just seeing all of these random people run by doing all of these things, and it's very confusing sometimes when you walk into a crowded space.
And there's
there's
some dude who's just tearing up rocks and throwing it at people.
Yeah, there's weird things like that, but I'm an old fan of Knights of the Old Republic, and so there are hints of that in here, and the combat feels somewhat similar to the old one. I mean, obviously it's a little different because it's not pausing the action, but It's similar, so I don't hate it. I think I'm level 13 or 14. I finished all the quests on the first planet, and now I'm off to start doing other things, and that's kind of where I'm just going to leave it until it's free to play again. But well, I'm not going to spend $60 and a monthly fee and then have it just go free to play. So we'll see what it turns up like next month.
Are you going to play it in earnest when it's free?
I don't know. I mean, because here's the thing, they said that you could play all of these different storylines as single player. I remember that they're being very upfront about that. You can play this as a single player game, and I think technically that's correct, but the next planet that I went to, in my storyline, will say I'm very overpowered, and it seems like it's going to be very difficult if I'm not playing with someone, or I have to do a fair bit of grinding. So we'll see. I mean, I could just totally lose interest if I just can't seem to notch up to that next level. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you could always pop on WoW.
Yeah, I don't want a monthly fee, dude. How is that not free to play by now?
Because they have 10 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to be free to play.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the only reason why Star Wars is going free to play is because they've started merging servers and it's slowly dying.
Yeah. Well, I think they knew that was... I mean, they had bigger hopes, but if they were honest about it,
right?
They knew that was
that's
true.
how it is with every MMO. Everybody always when an MMO comes out, they always go, "Oh my God, this game sold 1 million on its first day." Blah blah blah. Well, every MMO does. And then it's like, "Oh my God, this MMO is going to be the killer of this one, or it's going to be the greatest game in the world." Blah blah. Check back in 2 months, and they're merging servers, and then it's dead.
Yeah.
Like it's a risky business. It really is. Whether you're free to play or subscription based, it's a risky business.
Yeah.
D&D Online actually, I think, started making more money when they went free to play, right?
Right, but it's not big by any means.
Yeah, but it's not dead.
I think Lord of the Rings Online is slowly disappearing now because you hear less and less about it now.
I thought that went away a long time ago.
Oh, it's still around, but it went free to play, and then like there was a huge thing about it, and then like it's you never hear about it now.
You do have a certain fanboy approach to anything that's not WoW, though.
No, I have a fanboy approach to MMOs, dude. I remember I am the MMO guy. I've played Ultima Online, Star Wars Galaxies, EverQuest 1, EverQuest 2, WoW, Shadowbane, Anarchy Online. So, no, no MMOs.
Shadowbane?
Shadowbane was a all PvP based MMO where like you could form basically your guilds was like a clan where you built a hometown and it had a tree of life in the middle of it, but you actually built shops around, you built walls. So like you built yourself a castle basically, and guilds fought for territory throughout the land. And like there were certain points in the land where special items would spawn, so some guilds would build right next to that and claim that as their land, and if you were caught in another guild's land, then it would basically lead to all-out war.
That actually sounds very interesting.
It was very interesting, except for it was kind of bad in the fact that war could happen at any time, so like I could be asleep and my guild's getting attacked.
Oh, okay.
And so while everybody's sleeping, everything you have is destroyed, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't sleep on the job then,
right.
Josh.
Well, it was very much a political game in that regard, so you had alliances formed, and you had a lot of people that you didn't trust and everything else. So it was a cool game. It was an awesome concept. It just didn't work out in the end, and it's dead now. Like, the company who made it got rid of it, then somebody else bought it and brought it back for like a year, and then they just got rid of it. So no, I'm not a fanboyish towards any MMO, Bill. I like a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably played more MMOs than anybody else I know.
It's
That's
just
fair.
You just like WoW
I like
because of its inclusion of pandas.
No, I like how fluid it is. I like how well built it is. I like a lot of times when
Pokemon.
no, I hate that. But Warhammer Online, I tried that, right? And I hate the realistic graphics because they don't age well over time. It looks like shit. They don't have good character models. They don't have good animations. It's like when you run, you actually look like you have a stick up your ass.
Did you just dislike this one because it's Star Wars?
Yes.
That's fair.
No, it's not. That is the worst thing.
Well, no, because he doesn't like
sci-fi.
Star. It's like sci-fi with fantasy as well. This is terrible, Kyle. Right?
Sure.
Mm.
But
All in all,
yeah.
I'll play it some more. I'm intrigued a little bit. It seems like there could be a lot of cool things going on, but we'll see. I hope to get some little bit better story going. Like right now, I kind of understand that I was in the kind of, tutorial zone, we'll say. And I'm hoping that once I get out there, I get involved in some storylines and quest missions that kind of are longer and branch together and start telling a story. If it's all just going to be piece by piece, then I'll probably lose interest. But the way you always talk about the WoW universe, it makes it sound like there is some story there, right?
Well, it's all based on Warcraft 3.
Yeah. We'll see. I might install it on my laptop too. It seems like something good to play on the couch.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much
We'll see.
most MMOs are just kind of sitting around type games.
Hacking away at shit is all they are.
One,
Yeah.
one,
They're
one,
time
two.
killers, basically.
Yep, gonna throw in a 4 right here.
What?
What?
Well, your macros,
Oh, the number
your
4.
ability is just hitting the 1 and 2 key
Oh,
over
yeah,
and over again.
Well, I mean, they have all MMOs have some good systems outside of that, like crafting and other shit too. Like EverQuest 2 and Ultima Online probably had the best crafting systems I've ever seen in a game, period.
That's the boxes and stuff I was talking about that I don't understand.
Oh, okay. Or it could be Final Fantasy XI's where you can only craft things if the moon is right.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember them selling clocks that were set
the
to the
Vanadil
exact...
clock.
Yeah, that were set to the time of the game. So you can get up at a certain time to do things in game.
Did you quit playing the other one that was out? Like the one-time payment one?
14?
Recently? No, the other game, the other MMO here recently.
Guild Wars 2?
Yeah.
Oh, Guild Wars 2. I played it for like 5 minutes. It's not my bag. It's it's an MMO wrapped... Well, it's a PvP game wrapped in an attempt at being an MMO.
I see.
Because Guild Wars 1 was nothing like an MMO. It didn't have any MMO quality. It was basically a giant battleground. And in this, they tried to wrap a story around it while doing the same thing. And classes don't really mean anything in that game. Like, you can be a healer, but everybody has a heal. So why do you need a healer? It's weird. But I mean, it's cool that it's free, and that's why a lot of people are playing it. And it's beautiful. I will say that. Like, graphically, it is fucking beautiful.
Right on.
It's just not really my thing. I don't like free MMOs because they feel cheap to me.
That's why you insist on paying for whores.
Pretty much.
Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. I think I played something else, but I don't recall what it is, so oh well.
All right, well, we talked about Borderlands 2, so I don't really need to say anything else about that. We talked about NHL, so I don't really need to say anything else about that. Let's talk about MMOs.
Yeah.
So
fucking pandas!
Mists of Pandaria came out this week, and so I picked it up. I actually really wasn't going to for a while.
I thought you pre-ordered that like as soon as the announcement came out.
I did, but I always do. And then I was going to cancel it, but then I was like, well, that would ruin my history with getting every Blizzard Collector's Edition. So I had to get it, because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I'm enjoying it. I don't really care about the new class. I always just stick with what I have. I'm not
you don't like the monk. You don't like the panda. You don't.
Yeah,
like
I'm not a big
panda.
leveling of alts person. I just make my character and stick with it, and then do other things with that character. The new land is gorgeous. It's very nice to have new assets within the game, because a lot of times if you're on the main world of Kalimdor, or, basically the old continents, then you see the same buildings, you see the same mines, you see the same people, you see everything's the same, because it's 8 years old at this point. What more can they do?
Well, they can wreck everything like in Cataclysm.
And they did. But you still had the same buildings and the same designs. So this one here, now it's very Asian based, and it's nice to see.
Racist.
Well, what?
Yeah, it's super weird-ish.
I'm kidding, Josh.
It's very Asian based, so now you're getting that influence in the building design. And,
Sure.
You're getting like these different, even like the forests look different because they have bamboo trees or whatever. It looks completely different to me, which is nice. And after 8 years of playing a game, to see something different along the way is very refreshing. And the music is fantastic. But that's typical for Blizzard. They always have amazing music.
Sure.
But I mean,
so what is the story of the pandas?
Well, the Pandarians were...
where have they been?
They were a class in Warcraft 3.
Well, they were
in Warcraft 3.
mercenaries.
Right, they were
So
mercenaries.
you could hire them out.
And then in Warcraft and WoW, they were never really known. There were a few here and there, but they were never really known where they were. And I guess like the whole story is now it's finally going back to the Horde and the Alliance. They fucking hate each other. They're done working together, killing Deathwing, so now it's all-out war again. And so along the line of having a war, they crashed on this island and thus found Pandaria. And so now you have to battle the Alliance on Pandaria to try to keep them from getting a stronghold on there. Or vice versa, if you're the Alliance, you're trying to hold the Horde back so you can enslave the pandas.
Do they sound like sexual harassment panda when they talk?
I have no idea what that is, Bill.
I would love if they did.
But
Does that make you a sad panda, Josh?
no. They went back to doing what they typically do. There's a lot of phasing going on. There's a lot of cutscenes, and so it's nice to have all that. So there's this one point where you're at this temple or whatever that the Pandarians have been building for 100 years out of jade, and there's a giant battle there. Well, that temple gets destroyed. And it's during that, like, this whole demonic thing is unleashed, and they have this weird new art style with it where it almost... You played Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Where it has, like, this weird inky look to it.
Yes.
Like, that has this in it now.
It
looks
all
weird.
the characters that just specifically for that mob?
It's specifically in that mob, in that area. Like, a lot of times, like, people don't look up in the sky during an MMO. Well, I happen to at that section, and it looks like there's a giant ink blob from on top of me. It looks crazy. So they're definitely trying new things with art as well. And they are actually going to be releasing a patch that's going to release high detailed and high quality character models finally.
Well, that only took them 8 years.
They're getting there. I mean, every expansion they work on the engine. So like last expansion they added DirectX 11 support and all this other stuff, and now they have 64-bit support and all this other shit. And like, it's looking better. I'm surprised that they're getting that much out of an engine. But I guess when that's what your whole company is based off of, you have to keep working on it.
Yeah.
I like it. There's really not much to say other than the fact that I've been leveling. I haven't done the Pokemon battle shit. I don't really care about that.
No?
Like, I don't know if you heard about that, Bill. In WoW, they've always had, like, little non-combat pets that you can get that follow you around. They just kind of, they're stupid.
And generally it's like, oh, this is like, it's good because it's super rare. And
right. They've been collectibles, basically.
I see.
So what they did is, in Mists of Pandaria, they made a mode where you can level them up and kind of have Pokemon battles with them.
It seems like people would like that.
Oh, people are going crazy for it.
I'm ashamed to admit that in the beta, I spent about 7 hours playing that.
Christ.
And I'm happy to admit, in beta and retail, I spent 0 hours on that.
I think your computer just killed itself after that.
No, if that were to happen, that would have happened like 2 months ago.
But I don't mind it so much. And they definitely stripped down the game a lot. Like, there is no more talent tree.
Yeah, now it's just like, oh, every 15 levels, you pick a thing that you just want.
Right.
Here's new ability.
There are no more cookie cutter builds, per se. So, like, I can't go online and be like, what's the best build for a Druid Moonkin? And then take somebody's spec and use that. Well, now, like, I just pick the skills that I want, and that's what I get. There are no more bullshit things involved. And a lot of people are complaining that it takes a lot of the customization out, but there is no customization when everybody's using the same cookie cutter build.
Yeah.
And the same gear, too.
Yeah, the same gear.
So is this about it? Like, have they said, is there another one coming?
There's
like,
going to
what's
be a
the
couple
story?
more, guaranteed.
Couple more?
Yeah. They still have the Emerald Dream to do. And then there's one more, I believe.
Is that a Wizard of Oz mod?
No.
You go to you hang around with sleeping dragons.
I am tired of hearing that they ripped off fucking Kung Fu Panda, though.
Really? That is exactly what they did.
Dude, the Pandarians are older than Kung Fu Panda.
No, I understand that, but the Pandarians, you could only play as the Brewmaster, and that was a guy who was a drunken master, and that was it.
No, they didn't rip it off at all, dude. They talked the same way as they did in Warcraft 3. There was monks in Warcraft 3.
I don't think there were.
I'm pretty sure there were.
Why are they all voiced by Jack Black in this game now?
Jesus, that would be horrible.
How come they all make that stupid face?
Skadoosh. No, it's fun though. I'm enjoying it. I'm level 87, just about 88. So,
what's max level?
90.
Ooh, fancy.
Since these are smaller expansions, this and Cataclysm, they're only doing 5 level increases, whereas like
Cataclysm was a small expansion when they wrecked the world.
That was a pretty small expansion because there wasn't a lot of like.
They didn't add a lot of new content.
Well, they did.
Changed everything, but they didn't add a lot of new stuff.
The main protagonist was written out right from the beginning. That's why it was smaller. So there was no time to build up to what the hell is going on.
I see.
Like, your goal was set as soon as you basically loaded it in. But, yeah.
So are you getting burned out on this same game, or like, are you ready for them to come up with something new now? The next iteration. You've got to be getting close, right?
As long as there's a leveling experience, I will do it, because I don't really spend a lot of time on raid content or anything else. I level up, get my fill of the story, and then I move on. Like, I don't really play MMOs anymore, like, as much as I used to. Maybe 10 hours every 4 months, basically. Is how much
he just doesn't have enough time.
I don't have time.
Maybe join Star Wars, you should.
No, that will never happen. Ever. I've already played WoW, thank you.
But you could be my Sith buddy.
But I've already played WoW. I don't want to play WoW.
There's that
in space.
fanboy stuff I was talking about earlier,
dude,
Kyle.
Have you not? I've sent you that picture before.
I know, but then there was that spot you're like, I'm like, I wonder how to do this. And you're like, I bet it's control something.
Oh, that was awesome. So last week he was like, oh, how do I open up this menu? I said, it's probably, you were looking to open your quest.
Oh, it's probably L.
See? Yeah. That's what I said. And it was. And I said, wow, they even ripped off the fucking
Well, I know, but I'm just like, well, why? You don't mess with stuff like that. It's just like a shooter. Like, you would be pissed if it wasn't L.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Most MMOs don't do that, Bill.
Yeah, and that's
most
why they
games
don't
that
do
I've played,
very well.
if you want to open up the quest log or the mission log, you hit L.
No, not most MMOs.
It's L or Q.
Aren't like that. Q is one that a lot of them use. Yeah,
that's strafe.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. So I just threw that out there, and that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's really not much to say about it. I'll get my leveling up, and then I'll do a little bit of PvP, and then I'll stop playing it totally.
You taking some screenshots of sexy pandas?
Nope. I don't really take a lot of WoW screenshots.
Okay.
You'll just film yourself jumping in the water.
Well, somebody asked me how the water looked in Cataclysm because they changed the how it looked. So I filmed it when it was in the beta. And it is very different. You remember the old water on WoW? It looked horrible.
Well, it looked horrible because my computer is crappy.
No, your computer is dead.
Yeah, well, now it's dead.
Oh. Shut up.
Well, what? Oh.
What is the plan now, Kyle? Are you going to wait a while? You kind of need a computer.
Well, Nancy has her old laptop, so it's this Windows XP computer with like 2 gigs of RAM and a terrible processor.
Dear God.
But it works, and that will tide me over. But she has a lot of connections with the university around here, so I might use that and pick up one of their older systems, or I might just build a new computer and then just buy a cheap little netbook just to tote around.
Very interesting.
You should get another Mac.
No.
I know how much you loved Apple.
She's like, oh, you just had to make sure you got a new computer, didn't you? I'm like, well, I didn't plan this.
Why is the computer covered in orange soda, Kyle?
She knows I doesn't drink Slice.
Oh, I do. I like orange slice. It's my favorite of the orange beverages.
I had a bad experience with Slice, so I don't drink it anymore.
Well, it's better than Nazi Fanta.
Is this what we've become?
I've never heard Fanta described as Nazi.
You don't know about Fanta?
No, I don't know about Fanta.
When Coca-Cola, during World War II, they had to come up with a way to still sell products in Germany, but they didn't want to be tied to Coca-Cola, so they created Fanta. It's Nazi soda. Look it up.
Oh.
Yeah, corporations are terrible, terrible groups of people. Anything for money, even during the most terrible point in human history, they still needed to sell products. Serious, you can look it up. It's a real deal.
Yeah, I believe you. I mean, there's a bunch of famous companies that did that.
Yep.
Didn't
IBM.
Chiquita, incite a civil war in South America?
Yeah, just for cheaper labor. It's very interesting. And there's a reason I trust governments over corporations any second of any day. Oh, well.
Now it's time for you to grow a mustache. Big, thick thing.
I can grow a pretty gnarly mustache.
Become a libertarian.
Well, technically I would be a libertarian if they weren't crazy assholes.
Then you could be like your hero, Ron Swanson.
Yeah, he is kind of my hero. Oh, well, Josh, anything else new? Any other fun things?
No, that's. I was going to talk about Torchlight, but I only played it for like a half hour.
Yeah, the other thing I realized I was playing that Hawken game. I don't think I can talk about that.
No, you can't.
I'll just say that I'm playing it.
My work computer cannot run it.
Ah, that sucks, buddy.
All right, so Kyle, why don't you tell them how they can get in contact with us
Okay,
if they so choose?
You can.
You gotta let me finish, asshole.
No, you can.
Someone's crouchy on a Sunday night.
I want to play WoW.
Oh, you can contact Josh at Nasro, myself at KR Dumond, Bill at Billy Bill Black, or the podcast at Critical Strike. You can leave us a voicemail, which no one does, at 909-C-STRIKE or 909-278-7453. Josh, you're an asshole. Or you can send us an email at cstrikepodcast@gmail.com.
Or, as always, check out Platform Nation. There's plenty of good podcasts and fine people over there. I know Steve keeps wanting people to do the Google thing on Sunday nights, but I got rid of Google Plus, and I don't like things like that, so I don't take part.
It's not really our bag.
Yeah.
We should try to do a live show one of these days, though.
What Google thing?
Yeah.
Doing a show over Google Hangouts.
Oh.
So people can chime in, hop in, all that kind of stuff. It's not a bad idea. It's just not my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we will see everybody in a few weeks. Bill, you're back in 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks from today.
All right. So we'll see you guys in 3 weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unless you guys want to go retro, which I would enjoy.
Maybe I'll just put out a music episode, though. I haven't done one of those in...
How many songs can I find dealing with pandas?
Oh, that's the theme. How many panda songs
it's
can I
just
find?
one song, Sexual Harassment Panda. It's 20 seconds long, and that's it. Just you introducing it, that, and then you saying goodbye.
There you go.
That would be great.
That's your music episode.
Sexual harassment.
Panda.
Bye.
Late.
Wait,
Bye.
Goodbye.